everyone, Kate and Kelsey here with Leap. Today is our final day of our Pacman Frog series.
Yes, it is. We are finally giving this cute little Pacman frog and this awesome Leap habitat setup to our coworker, Jason. But before that,
Doesn't know as well. So as she was getting at before then, we're gonna go into our 5 parameters to look out for these Pacman frogs. Kelsey, and what are the 5 parameters?
So we have daylight UV heat, water, which is misting, and then humidity, which is fogging. So I'm gonna start right off. We're gonna talk about daylight. So we use our LEDs. On this one, we use the 12-inch LED strip. During the summer, we're gonna keep it on for about 14 hours. Spring and fall, we'll do about 12, and then winter will be 10. That's kind of like the normal people see within the industry to have a little bit of a seasonal change. But yeah, this guy right now will probably start at about 10, maybe 11, because we're starting to creep up on spring, but
Can't wait.
That will change as spring and summer comes along.
Yeah, the next one, as she said, is going to be UV. UV doesn't play that huge of a role for Pacman frogs because they are burrowers, so they're gonna go under or be underneath shrubs and plants a lot. However, when you are running your UV, you wanna make sure you're running it midday. So it's peaking then in about 4 to 6 hours, and that should be good enough for these guys.
Yep, so these guys, we're gonna use a 12-inch as well, and we're just gonna put a 5.0 up there. So we don't want 10, like you said.
Too strong.
Yeah, they're burrowers in the wild. They're under the canopy of the forest, so they only need the 5.0. Number 3 is going to be heat. So this is kind of tricky depending on your home. You may or may not need an additional heat source. We recommend using something like this, which is a digital reader for humidity and temperature, so that you can see what the temperature and humidity is inside your habitat, not in the room like this. If you do need to apply a heat source, we recommend doing it on the opposite side of the water so that you have a hot side and then a cooler side. Hot side can be somewhere around like mid 80s, and then the low side would be somewhere around like low 70s. Again, this is going to be different for every single person dependent on what you keep in your room around it. So.
Number 4 is going to be water and misting. As far as water goes, we do have our water dish in there, so it is available for the Pacman frog at all times, and then that will cover that. And as far as misting goes, we want to make sure before the lights go out and then after the lights turn on. The reason for this is to keep the humidity high, because they do like that moist area in that moist environment.
Yeah, we want to make sure that substrate is keeping a level of moisture within it for sure. We don't want that to dry out. So,
yeah, and if you want to mimic the seasons there with that, you could run a little bit higher of a duration for about 3/4 of the year, just to keep it that more wet environment for them. So.
Keep it right in line with the lighting and everything else. So last is humidity. So these guys love high humidity. You have to imagine them living in an environment where the substrate is pretty much always wet. It's going to be a humid environment. So during the day, we're going to aim for like 70 to 80%. At night, we want almost 80 to 100%. I don't think this is going to be very hard to accomplish, but if you are in a house that your moisture is just sucked up by your heating system and you want to make sure that your humidity is staying within your habitat, you could place something on top, such as like a acrylic like cutout to cover half of the top. You don't want to put your UV over that, but yeah, you can cover a portion so that you're making sure that the humidity is staying within the habitat.
Yeah, great recommendation for that. And after covering all 5 of those, I think it's time. I'm excited to go see Jason's reaction and then set this up.
I have one more thing that I want to talk about. So these guys have very delicate skin. They are not something that you're going to handle all the time. It's not something like a chameleon that might run up and try to climb out on you. If you do need to handle them for whatever reason, you should wear gloves, just in case you just recently washed your hands, you have soap or you have lotion on. You don't want to be touching these super delicate and you know, they absorb things through their skin, so you really want to be extra careful. So sometimes you might need to move them, wear gloves. And then if you by chance are handling them without gloves on, you just want to make sure you give your hands a good wash afterwards. So.
Yeah, again, just to reiterate that, I mean, if you're looking for a species to handle a lot, this is not gonna be the one for you.
This isn't it, but it is a great animal to watch. They're super cool feeders with their huge mouths, so we're really excited. So yeah, I'm ready. I know you're ready.
I am.
Let's go surprise Jason.
Awesome. Okay, so we're about to move the Pacman Frog to its new location. Just going to show you guys how simple it is to pick up a fully planted habitat and how easy it is to move. They are made lightweight exactly for this reason. And again, the bottom won't fall out or anything, and it's super stable. You ready?
I'm so nervous. I want to know what his reaction is going to be because he has to move his habitat, which I think he has become very excited about because things are finally starting to grow in it. But
He might have been on to us too as well.
Someone
trying to keep it a secret.
something to him because he was like, I heard something exciting is happening today, and
Hopefully
we all
it
had
doesn't
to get
but
him off of our trail.
He might not even be here, but we're about to find out. Jason, surprise! You get a Pacman Frog. He's over
What I did to this thing?
Nope. We're getting rid of yours. We're giving you the Pacman Frog. We'll figure out a new one.
he's gonna be like, what am I supposed to do with the habitat?
I wasn't ready for this today.
Nope, but it's happening.
There is already a Pacman Frog in there
Yeah.
too. He is
That
just in the
corner?
back corner. So
Tucked away, super small. Blue Samurai.
It's pretty awesome. Never expected a blue frog.
We got you.
These are pristine porters.
it's like pushed through. Yep. There you go.
Oh, a while back, and I never got it back.
So again, just to reiterate, we're doing the lights on 2 separate plugs rather than the interconnect, just because the UV is going to run in peak day for 4 to 6 hours.
We have the 2 misters plugged in because again we want to make sure that substrate stays a little bit moist. We have the humidifier plugged in as well. We're going to schedule them. But then other than that, Jason, you're ready to
You're
rock,
ready.
man.
That's simple.
Finally got a frog.
Yes, you do. We're excited for you. And
You have to name him or her. We don't know what sex it is until they are about 7 months old.
Oh.
So
Old no name.
pick a good name. Pick a good name.
Good old no name here for now. It's humid. I think that's it. Thanks.
now that Jason has the habitat, the misting, the lighting, the humidity is all set up, I have our care sheet, which is for Pacman Frogs, is now available on our website as well if you go under the animal care tab. And then lastly, we have this. This is going to tell you your temperature and your humidity. So we're going to keep it in here for the next 24 hours. We're going to watch to see and then change any misting or humidity so that we make, or add a heat light so that we make sure that this guy has the right parameters. So I'm going to set it right over here. We're just going to keep an eye on that. That's all we have for you.
Hope you enjoy.
How do you feel?
This is awesome. I'm so excited. Can't wait. Now I gotta think of a name though.
Yeah.
Oh, give me a week.
We'll follow back up for a name.
All right. Thanks,
Awesome.
Jason.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Enjoy.
I will.